Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Pure Palate TV podcast. Today I'm here with my good friend Rudy. Rudy is an executive chef of a yacht club in Flowery Branch, Georgia. And also he is my friend and an executive chef. So we're gonna talk a little bit about his life, about what he does for a living, which we know is a chef, but we're gonna have a little funny conversation. So stay tuned with us. Hey Rudy, how are you?
Great, Chris, how are you?
Good. Finally, we were able to sit down and talk. We have been planning this for a long time.
Yeah, it's great.
And
great having you out here.
Today is a little cold day, but we are warming our hearts, and that's what matters. And thanks for being here in the podcast. I think this is gonna be awesome.
I think so too. I think it's great having you here.
Oh, awesome. I love this club. I love this club. So Rudy, to start off, I think we should just, I want the people know who you are, where you're from, you know, a little bit about your personal story leading to culinary and everything.
All right, well, my parents and my father's immediate family came over from Holland, so I'm first generation, and they moved from Holland to Pittsburgh, and that's pretty much where I was raised as a kid. And one of my first recollections was the house we lived in. My grandparents had the apartment of this house on the first floor, and my parents had the apartment upstairs. And I was always in the kitchen with my mother or my grandmother, and you know, being first generation, everybody stayed together, family stayed together, so we were always cooking and having parties and doing things together. And I think that's initially where I got the bug to be cooking. And ever since then, I've always been in the kitchen playing around until I guess I was about 15. Then I started looking into culinary school back in Pittsburgh, and it just took off from there. Went to the American Chefs Association, had a chapter up there, and they had a school with the community college up there, and that's where we did our classes.
Awesome.
So got to work with some great chefs from the Heinz Corporation.
Was like a 2-year degree?
It was
technical?
3-year degree. Every Monday we had 2 classes, and then the rest of the week was working in the trenches.
Awesome.
And yeah, it was a very enlightening time of my life.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. This is what, 30 years ago or something like that?
yeah.
We're not gonna say ages.
Yeah, that started, what, 1976.
Wow.
So yeah.
But you know, I think all of us have some kind of funny episodes in the kitchen, especially in our beginning.
Oh, yes.
Do you recollect something that is super funny that at the time it was kind of scary for you, but now you look back and you start laughing? Because I have several. Do you recollect anything?
As far as funny, I can't think of, but I know there's been some incidences, like somebody brought in a birthday cake, and the waiter put it on the tray shelf, and half of it fell on the floor.
Oh my God.
So we had to put it back together and tell the person who brought the cake in, and they were terrified, and just came back and looked at it and said, "There's nothing wrong with this cake." And I'm like, okay.
You know,
But,
I have one episode that the server took all the lobsters for the wedding, and he dropped on the floor, and we didn't have any backup of lobsters, so it was like a huge thing in the kitchen. So I always think about these stories because at the time it's super scary and super frightening. We don't know what to do, but then when you look back, you were like, oh man, you know.
Yeah, well, it's life lessons too. You learn little things with those kind of accidents or incidents, and you know, you just move on. You learn from them, move on. But yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking about here, like, this is not, of course, your first job, but what led you to become an executive chef of the yacht club?
Well, I did different stints in my life. I worked at country clubs, city clubs, mom and pop places. Then I had my own business for a little while, and that got too crazy. And one day I was out at a chef's meeting, and somebody said, "You live up north?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a job for you." And came out, looked at it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is a good fit for me. Nice atmosphere and my kind of thing, to be out here and be able to do what I want to do as as necessary." And there was always activities and different things out here to do, and not your standard restaurant, because I know not everybody is a restaurant chef or catering chef. And this just seemed like a really good fit.
Yes, it is a very good fit, and it's good that you can, go outside, a little break, and see all these beautiful, boats and all these beautiful trees, which is a big treat for us when we are in the industry working, because usually we are in the kitchen for about 12 hours, 12 hours in the back of the house, in the heat, in that small line, not taking actually many breaks. And you are blessed to look and look. I think this is very good for our mental, looking at the boats, looking at the nature. I think that gives you a little, inspiration sometimes to go back and
there's times I take my kayak out and just get away from everybody and anything. Just get out in the middle of the lake and.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice, man. This is new to me. Awesome.
Chefs don't tell you all your secrets.
Yes, so tell me a couple of secrets that I can share with my people here. Oh, so tell me more about this. So, like on Mondays, you bring, your kayak is here already and everything?
Yeah, my kayak is here, and just, go out, pull it out from under the deck and take off and go exploring. Just get away from everybody and anything.
So awesome. Yeah, I think I always tell my friend chefs, we need to take care of our mental health.
Definitely.
We need to take care of our mental health. We take care of everybody's food. We are very responsible for the food, but we neglect ourselves. And I think you are very fortunate to live, to work in an area like this. I think you did a very good job picking what is best for you.
Yes. And I know, on staff and kitchens, a lot of times mental health is a big thing, because there's a lot of demand and there's a lot of things going on in people's lives that we don't know about, and they mess up, and then you have to take a step back with them and say, okay, what's going on? Let's help you. Let's get you in the right place. And so mental health is important.
Oh yeah, it's important. I was reading about an article that's saying several chefs get you into suicide for at least once in their lifetime.
Which is a scary statistic. Very scary.
Very scary. Like thinking about, we have all our friends, and probably some of them already thought about suicide, and you don't even know that.
Yeah. I know several people that have gone down that road almost. And fortunately, we've been there and helped them out and give them a platform to stand on and say, hey, you're not in this alone.
Yes, well, what leads me to ask, you were the president of Atlanta's Chefs Association.
I was.
Which was pretty cool. Like, I was so proud of you for being a president.
Well, thank you.
Well, the previous year, in 2016, you were awarded the Chef of the Year of Atlanta's Chefs Association, and then lead you to become the president of the association. So tell me a little bit more about how the experience was and everything.
It was, well, not life-changing, but it opened my eyes to a lot of different things, but it also led me to meet a lot of people, learn about a lot of people, and learn about, the whole organization, and being able to interact with, different chefs at different levels, and the students and activities, and it was just, it was a great honor to be able to do that, but it was very enlightening. And
Okay.
I think, and I think and hope that I, put some good into our association and the members and activities. And
Yes, it's a challenge to gather everybody together. It's a challenge when you deal with human beings, is a challenge.
oh yes, yes. People have busy lives, and you try to get together and try to make the association a place for everybody, but everybody can't get out and do the meeting, so it's always a challenge to bring things that make them say, okay, yes, I'm going to want to come out and
Yeah.
partake and help out with the association. And I think we did that.
I think you did. I think you did a good job. Leading to the end of this, I'm gonna ask you, do you have a dream or anything that you aspire to make this world better as an individual and as a chef? Because what I believe is we have a purpose in this earth. It's not only be born, work, and die. I believe that God puts us in this world for a bigger purpose. And some are taking care of others, some are cooking for others, some whatever purpose is. Do you think as an individual and as a chef, can you make this world better, and how?
I think everybody can make this world better by treating people well and treating them kindly, and like the old adage is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I think my biggest thing is to be able to mentor people and help them. It doesn't have to be cooking, it can be life lessons, and just supporting people that don't even know that they need to be supported. But, just to reach out to people. Again, going back to like the mental health thing, there could be people that are quiet and you don't understand and know, but get out there, talk to them, find out what's going on in their lives, and try to help them and mentor them. And I think that's the biggest thing. Just be out there and be able to help people.
Yeah. Well, I think you are just amazing, a handsome man. So it's easy to be mentoring everybody. And I thank you for your time here. It was awesome talking to you. Thank you for opening the club for us to shoot and enjoy this experience.
Well, it's my pleasure. I was glad you could come out and glad we could do this. And it wasn't the best day, but it's always a nice place to come.
Yes. And looking forward several projects with you.
Sounds great.
Thank you guys for watching our podcast, and stay tuned for more episodes. Thank you guys.